Okay, guys, it's time for our week 6 match with Ben, and looks like I already have the team ready to go. Let's see what he ends up bringing. Okay, interesting. He brought Belly Bolt. I did not really prepare for Belly Bolt. I'm not entirely sure what that thing wants to do. I gotta be honest with you. I feel like I really like Frostlass in this just because it's super effective into both Altaria, Sinistra. It can hit Ceruledge for Shadow Balls. And yeah, I think I just like that. I think I want to go with this to prevent any like Sableye shenanigans. And then do I like Decidueye here? Kind of. I also feel like I need to bring this for Ceruledge because I feel like Ceruledge could be a problem. And then I'm torn between Sneasler and Decidueye, but I think I'm going to bring Decidueye in case I need to just one-shot the Sableye with close combat. I should have led Decidueye, actually. Oh well. We'll see what he starts out with. I'm kind of expecting... Yeah, I was expecting the Sableye. Belly Bolt, don't know what it does, but... Almost seems to me like he'd want to go for, like, maybe like a Trick Room or something, but... Sableye get Trick Room? I don't even know if it gets it, to be honest. What I'm going to do, though, is hit Imprison so that he can't do, like, Protecting or Trick Room later. I really don't know what Belly Bolt does. I think it's pretty tanky, so it's probably going to take 2 or 3 Blizzards to go down, I would think. Sableye could do all sorts of stuff. It can do gravity stuff. It can do screen stuff. Looks like he's doing screen. Okay, with screens, that's going to do even less. I just have a feeling I'm not going to be able to break that. Yeah, dude, that did like 25%. Alright, so Imprison goes up. And man, now I'm kind of regretting not bringing Parabalctra. Dude, I don't know if I'm going to be able to break that thing. Alright, maybe we set our own screens up with Aurora Veil, since... I really wish I had Psychic on this thing now. Alright, we'll Foul Play. We'll adjust in game 2. Yeah, I just... That Belly Bolt. Crazy. Withdrawal. What's it gonna be? Okay, this actually might go well for me because I did just Foul Play that slot, and I'm gonna do at least 70% to Ceruledge. Or just one-shot it. Okay. Where'd it go, Farig? You weren't supposed to do that, but you did that. Maybe if I get lucky, I can try and freeze this thing. I don't have any ground type coverage, which is super frustrating. Alright, so I could have led with screens. That might be an adjustment for game 2 if I don't just... Alright, so the effects of weather disappear. Blizzard will still do tons of damage, though, if it's able to connect to the Altaria. Also, if it... Okay, so the effects of weather are back on with this, and then... I don't think it should be faster. It might be tanky though, but it shouldn't be faster. And yeah, okay, yeah, the light screen's still active too. I want to stall actually. I probably should have stalled. That's going into Farig. I figured that would have gone into Frostlass. Frostlass hangs on. How much does he have left in his screens? It can't be too much. Alright. He still has 2 turns. I really should have been stalling him out this entire time, I guess. Alright, we're gonna stall. Unless, I don't know if that was the play necessarily. Yeah, that wasn't the play. Crap. Okay. Didn't know that thing got roost, or at least didn't consider he'd use that, but hits himself. That's... I mean, it didn't do very much, but still. What did I bring in the back? I brought Milo, which is not good in the belly bolt, and then I brought... I really shouldn't have protected. I didn't think he had roost though. I'm gonna lose this game, I think. I think I'm just not gonna be able to break that belly bolt. Sneasler would be good if I could poison it, but the problem is that Dire Claw is only 30%, and then you're not even guaranteed poison. Plus Moonblast is just going to heal off, or not Moonblast, plus Leftovers is just going to heal off. That's actually really tough. I was worried about this matchup coming into it. I didn't really prepare for Belly Bolt at all, but... Is there anything that I have that I could have brought that would have prevented this? Because I don't know that the 6 I have this week can beat that thing. Alright, so did I bring Sneasler or did I bring... Okay, I brought the Decidueye. Alright, so... I can Ice Beam... Ice Beam into that thing, but the problem is I'm not sure if I'm faster, first of all. Hit Protect. He doesn't have any boost except for maybe if Electromorph, whatever, I don't know, what's it called? Roost. Okay, that's frustrating that he's faster than me. I had a chance here, I think, if I didn't... Well, Milo's not taking any damage either, though. That's crazy how little that did. That's a super effective hit. And I don't even have screens up anymore. Oh, I did have Veil up still. Okay, well that explains partly what happened there. I'm gonna go for the Leaf Blade into this and see if it's not bulky on the physical side. I'm also going to... What are this thing's stats? No, he's frailer on the special defensive side than he is the defensive side. So unless I start like, unless I get like a crit or something, then... Okay, that was a crit. Okay. That was huge. Toxic. Okay. Interesting choice. Usually don't see that in VGC, but that's effective on Milotic, probably specifically. I wonder if that's specifically for Milo, or if... I don't know. What do we do to adjust here? Do we go for Scald and go for, what is it, like 20% burn chance? Is it 20 or 30? I think we go for Scald, and we go for... do I CC here? Or do I try and take out the... I think we CC. I think we want Sableye off the field. I don't want him to set up yet another... I don't want him to set up Reflect at all. That did so much damage. I feel like I wasn't doing any... Well, I guess... Alright, with that down... Bring this into a... Okay, that's not great. Because he did a lot of damage to Milo. Oh my gosh, that thing is so difficult to break. Honestly, it would be slightly better for me if Milo just went down, because then he couldn't parabolic charge its HP back, but I think we have to just play for crits and just see what happens. He's got... Without that crit, you're probably only doing like 20%. But at least he doesn't have Reflect up. He only has Light Screen, so... Alright. We're healed slightly. That had to have been another crit, right? That did a lot of damage. Not a crit. Okay, well, if that's my non-crit damage, then maybe I have a chance to win this. Okay, so he won't be able to heal up as much now because... I'm hesitant to just click Close Combat. How do I have? 20 seconds. Hit Leaf Blade, yeah. I just am a little hesitant to click Close Combat right now. Oh gosh, he's doing that. I hate Toxic Soul. Alright, let's say he's bold. What can I reasonably expect to do to him damage-wise with a Close Combat? I don't think he is bold though. I think that we just have to full send on close combat and hope and pray that that also gets a critical hit. Ooh. Okay, that was great, actually. Definitely down to the wire on that one. Really glad. I feel like it was kind of like a win-then or like don't have a chance type deal. All right, so Frostlass both did its job and also did not. Was kind of underwhelming in that one. So presumably he has screens. Do I just want to do this, maybe? Like, what does Whimsicott do for me? I like this, actually, because Sneasler can click Fake Out, right? The Sneasler has Fake Out, right? Yeah. Sneasler can click Fake Out while I go for close combat, potentially. And then Frostlass in the back with... Milo was good. Even with the whole... And I feel like I have to bring it to respect the... Oh, apparently I didn't click anything on Sneasler. Alright, Sneasler, then Milo. I don't think... He's not using speed control, which is interesting to me. Or at least he didn't last round, right? I don't know if maybe he just couldn't because I imprisoned and he couldn't use it or what, but... This time, I'm just going to try and go full send. I'm assuming he'll still lead Sableye. And, okay, so... That's really bad for Decidueye, but Sneasler has an okay matchup into this. Now, the thing he could do is I kind of predict that he'll have Will-O-Wisp, which will be annoying, but I'm hoping that it will at least prevent him from putting a screen up. Not sure I really want to sacrifice Will-O-Wisp on the Sneasler, but... And again, he didn't do it last game. But that could have also been because of skill swap. So he's giving it Prankster. Alright. That actually went okay, all things considered. Without his support piece there, I'm wondering how he replies. He did get a skill swap off, which Prankster on Altaria could be really interesting. I think it gets like the better version of Iron Defense that I forget what it's called. Not Cotton Spore. Cotton Guard? I think it's called Cotton Guard. Okay, so... I wish I was running Knockout and Brave Bird now. I can CC into this thing, and then... I kind of want to swap to Milo, if I'm being honest. I really want Frostlass, but I don't want to just bring that in haphazardly. But then again... No, I don't want to bring that in haphazardly. We're going to switch to Milotic. Oh, I could have just gone for Dire Claw. Duh. Should have just done that. Oh well. That's only for the physical side of things, so... wonder if King Gambit's in the back, because he has... Oh, that did a lot to Milo. Any burn, anything? No, just a lot of heals. Dang, that thing healed so much. Alright, so I'm not all that concerned with it setting up with Cotton Guard, if I'm being completely honest. Because I have Frostlass in the back, and I think Frostlass... Oh, I know that Frostlass outspeeds, but I think it can probably two-shot it. So unless it's got some sort of... Oh, that did a lot, actually. I think this close combat's about... Oh, it was a crit. I wonder. Moonblast. That's probably going to KO Decidueye first, though. Really would have preferred to have attacked first, obviously, but... That's okay, because now we can get Frostlass in for free. And we avoid Matcha, which I... Can Matcha miss? What is Matcha's accuracy? I mean, clearly it can miss, because I don't have any evasion modifiers. Alright, so I am expecting King Gambit in the back, probably. And I think he might swap the Sinistcha out. So I'm going to Scald in hopes that maybe I can get a burn. The thing that would really suck is if he somehow has, and I don't think Altaria even gets moves like that, but oh, it gets access to Tailwind. That's interesting. Oh, is he gonna Shadow Ball? I don't think that. Oh, he's not even faster. Dang, I should have Ice Beamed. Oh well. Maybe I'll burn it. Nope. Milo's really hard to break too, though. I wonder if it's. I'm thinking it's. Oh, this is what we brought Milotic for, so. He does have Tailwind up though, so does he go for like a Poltergeist? And do we just hit Protect here? What do we have in the back? We have Sneasler. Alright, what we do? Here's the strat. How many turns of Snow? 4 turns. That actually doesn't help me at all, because... How many turns of Tailwind does he have? 3. So I Protect here, and I go for Ice Beam into this thing. It might be a mistake to leave Cerulege alone, but I think I want the Altaria off the field. And that's why. Okay, read that correctly. Freeze? Maybe? No? Okay. I don't want to find out who's faster. So we're going to go... Okay, so there's actually a decent chance that he goes for Roost again, because he only has 28 HP, and I feel like he's going to feel pressured to continue to Roost in front of me. So I think I can just continue to output offensive pressure, and it's a bit of a pin in that regard, because if he stops to attack, he might, in his mind, think that he'll lose his Altaria, which, you know, now I can bring Sneasler in, hopefully for free. Well, not for free, but, like, hopefully it lives. And yes, okay, it lives, and now I can fake out on this next turn and try to finish that thing off and eat up more turns of Tailwind. Alright, let's see if we can take that thing out, and then... Fake Out comes out. He is not using Protect. I don't understand the choice to not use Protect. And like that's the thing I've just noticed in our league is that like a lot of the guys just aren't running protect for whatever reason. And I think that was his last turn of Tailwind, which means I should outspeed with Sneasler, and I can go for a Dire Claw. And go for Ice Beam and just start going for... if I poison, then... Okay, no poison. Probably, I'd just say in the Sneasler to knock it out. And then... The one thing that sucks is I don't know if Snow ends this turn. Ice Beam. 4%. Okay. Well, I don't even need Snow now. Now I can just Shadow Ball. But I will come in with Fresh Snow, actually. I do love it when a plan comes together. You guys can't hear this on stream, but in my headphones right now, Enter the Sandman just started playing, like literally as Frostlass came out. So I thought that was quite funny. Like Enter the Snow Woman, but still. Man, that actually would have been epic if I had my like music synced to that. Ben is in Ultra Ball tier. I don't know if I noticed that ahead of time. I wonder if he's like on the grind to Master Ball or not. Ow. I'm top. I was top 10,000 about a week ago, and then I just stopped playing. Should I try and push for champion tier? I've like not really felt any pressure to do so, but I could at least try. I mean, it's hard to do, I think, but you know, hard things are sometimes fun to do. I really don't feel any reason to bring Farigiraf. He hasn't been doing anything with Sableye outside of just setting screens, so I think that my lead last time was really good. I think I leave just this. I think my offensive threats are enough to get this done. He might bring Belly Bolt this time since that worked really well for him. I think Belly Bolt Sinistcha could be really, really dangerous for him. I just don't think that he brought them. I mean, I know he didn't bring it in the first game, but... Okay, that is a problematic lead for me. Alright, I don't know how Ben wants to play this out. If I was Ben, I would probably want to target down Frostlass. Probably. Which means that I might be free to go for close combat. Or I could just protect. I'm going to protect and swap to Milotic. We'll play it cautiously. Skill swap into... Oh, that would have been interesting. He was going to make it so that I whiffed into... Alright, so he was going to make it so that I would have Prankster, and I would whiff into... Which is really smart, actually. I like that, actually. That's really, really smart. Problem is I can't switch in Frostlass safely because you could always Bitter Blade into Decidueye. So I think I have to switch Sneasler in and then go for a Scald into him. And he switches into probably Venusaur. Okay. Venusaur is a good bring. Frostlass is still good into it, but it does have something. Ooh. Missing Will-O-Wisp really hurts him. That was a really good call for him. Alright, so my acrobatics is not that strong right now. Now I have to take out this, like, Sableye. He's gonna cause so many problems if I don't. Alright, sorry Sneasler, but I need to drop a close combat into that thing, and then Milotic's not safe on the field either right now is the problem. You could always go for like a Giga Drain, a Leaf Storm, or you could go for Leech Seed, and I feel like knowing him, he'll probably want to bulk out for like Leech Seed. I think I might actually want to switch in Frostlass here. I think Frostlass is actually safe now to switch in. I say that, and then Sableye is probably going to whip out like Poltergeist or something, but this has been a really, really just not comfortable match for me. Okay, so he's probably questioning, why did I close combat? And that really does nothing. 1, because Venusaur is bulky as is. 2, because I'm burned. And 3, because it's resisted. You know, I actually think I would have preferred that to KO. He's already burned. Just get him off the field. But now I can try to go for an Acrobatics and see if that does any amount of damage at all. He already has... Do I want to just hit Blizzard and full send it? Or do I want to hit Aura Veil? I'll hit Veil. Why not? I probably should have Blizzarded, but whatever. I hope I don't sound weird. This is like running on low sleep for me right now. Okay, so he's gonna protect and let Sneasler go down to burn damage, which is smart. Yeah, I'm running on like maybe 4 hours of sleep, I think. Dang, that without Aurora Veil, that would have done a lot more damage. I think it was the right call setting Aurora Veil. Alright, so the question becomes... Do I want Milotic on... I actually do want Milotic on the field. Milotic's going to be really hard to break with Aurora Veil up. Okay, so we're just going to Blizzard and Ice Beam. Venusaur will probably... I mean, it doesn't take it well, but because of Thick Fat and thick, fat. Jeez Louise, that's hard to say. Because of that and light screen, it will live. But I actually don't think that it has anything that can KO anything on my side of the field. So, dang it, Sableye lived. Okay, but we take those. We take freezes. I don't know how much it gets back from that, but Sableye thought it does thaw. It's gonna foul play. Alright, I think the correct move here is to Life Dew and go for Blizzard again. Can always get another freeze, potentially. And it should KO Sableye. I'm surprised Sableye hasn't tried, like, burning Milotic to, you know, do with its leftovers or whatever. I'm also surprised he didn't reveal Will-O-Wisp until way earlier in the match. Okay, so with that in mind... Okay, I actually don't care about Frostlass being burned all that much. Because Life Dew can help keep it alive. I've got to be mindful of my snow turns as well, though. Man, I am so glad I drafted Milotic. Right? Oh man, I didn't draft it, but I picked it up off of trades. But still, I would actually hate to face this thing. Okay, so he has that. So the question that I have is, okay, 2 turns of Snow, 2 turns of Aurora, 1 turn of Light Screen. He just protected Venu, right? So I think we hit the Blizzard. And we go for the Ice Beam and try and get into an end. Wait, he still has 3 Pokemon. Oh, because he still has Cerulege, duh. I don't know if that was the right move. I thought he had, for some reason I thought I'd already dealt with Cerulege. Did I freeze it? Just, I think that doesn't prevent freeze, right? No. Okay, that might... Okay, it doesn't take me out, but I have a feeling this Parabolic Charge I'm not about to take all that well. Nope, I'm going to go down. Although Venusaur almost went down too. I actually might lose this one. Alright, with Light Screen worn off, and an inability to set it again because Sableye's down. Okay, so... I need to take out Venu, I think. So I'm going to reveal Sucker Punch now, because I don't know if he's faster. Decidueye is not particularly fast, so... I'm really hoping for a Scald Burn on Bellibolt. Okay, so he protects. Roughly 25%. That's not bad for a move that's really not that good into... Okay, so he's gonna Toxic. I kind of want this to be over sooner rather than later anyway, so that's not the end of the world. I think there's only gonna be, realistically, a turn or 2 more. One way or the other, right? Well, okay, I keep forgetting that Cerulege is up, but... Alright, we need to just go for CC, I think, and take Belly Bolt out, because I want to capitalize on Milotic being alive as long as possible. Oh, Protect. I was thinking he might swap, so I scalded into that, but that it will be a KO that I pick up for free. Now I just have to not. Dang. That does so much damage. Problem is it raises his base power, and I just... Okay, it learned Soak. I haven't... Have I seen Protect on Ceruledge? I've seen Poltergeist on Ceruledge. I think he's used to Protect. Alright, I'm gonna Protect so that I can maybe go for a Sucker Punch on the next turn and hopefully take it out. I just realized that I can also close combat into that, but... I think I like my current plan. I'm just really weary of dropping my defenses in an endgame versus Belly Bolt. Okay, so he does protect Belly Bolt. Kind of glad I didn't go for it. I think this game came down to reads. Has the Decidueye even taken damage at all? I'm gonna Protect because I know he's faster. Have I revealed Sucker? I did actually reveal Sucker. Alright, he just Protected. I don't think he'll go for another Protect. I am gonna click Sucker Punch and Protect here. And then hopefully put it in an end game where I can clean up with a close combat. I don't know why I thought close combat would do less than it actually does in the Belly Bolt in like the first game, but now that I know it does so much damage, it's really hard to justify not using it, you know? Oh, dang! That did so much damage. Was that a crit, or did I just drop my stuff so far that, like, okay, well, I'm not winning this one. There is no chance. Not with Toxic, there's no chance. I'm gonna go ahead and forfeit. That was a good game. That was a good game for him. That was really good. I'm actually quite like I'm a little proud because I don't know how much battle experience he has, and I play this game a lot, so good for Ben. That's awesome. He's the first person to actually hand me a loss since week 1. So GG's all around. I'm gonna cut the recording there though, and I'll see you guys next week.